January is a busy month for the governor and the mayor, and to sort it all out, I'm joined by Gothemist reporter Elizabeth Kim and political strategist J.C. Polanco. So here's what we're going to start with. The mayor has been on what I call a magical mystery tour of restorations. Every day this week, he's been restoring cuts that he announced just 2 months ago because he said he had to cut because of migrants. What's going on? Elizabeth, you watch this every day.
Right. Well, I think he realized that some of these cuts were very unpopular. Think about it. Trash cans. I mean, the mayoral management 101 is pick up the trash, right? Cuts to park staffers, cutting a police academy. And there was also the 5th firefighter. Firefighters are very popular in New York. And the other thing about this was that these cuts didn't amount to a lot of money. In total, there were nearly $4 billion in cuts. This is a very, very small slice. And I think he realized that he overreached and that this was going to hurt him. And it was already hurting him, and we see that in the polls. So he did something that's very unusual. He's taking it back.
So, JC, let me ask you this question. Is this poll-driven, or was this a scare tactic to try to get money from Washington, to get money from Governor Hochul? And is he doing it because he went, oh, my God, they hate me now?
Look, scare tactic is a negative word. I think the mayor calls it financial intelligence. Considering that our bond rating went up, it may have been a smart strategy. Think about this for a second. The mayor goes to Washington and says, I'm spending nearly $7 billion on migrants. This has nothing to do with me. This is all your fault. Can someone please meet with me and do something? Nobody does anything. He goes up to Albany and begs, please help me. He goes to the city council and says, we can't house all these people. We just don't have the money. We have a $7 billion shortfall. Of course he had to look at the budget and take major cuts and make an announcement to put the city on notice. If nobody does anything about this, look what's going to happen. Schools, libraries, FDNY. You think he wants to cut these things? He knows what you just said, that you have to pick up the trash. But no one is listening, and no one is trying to take this seriously. And I think that the mayor right now is doing something that I think is remarkable. He looked at the budget and said, I'm suffering, we're suffering, the city's going to suffer, but I cannot get rid of those trash cans. I cannot get rid of these FDNYs. And I hope he leaves the 4 police academies. But we have to help the mayor out. No one is meeting with the mayor about the $7 billion shortfall for the migrants that we have in New York City.
But here's the question. So at his Friday press conference where he was announcing the restoration of some education cuts, he said, we're not out of the woods. We still have a $7 billion budget gap. So on Tuesday, he's supposed to announce a new budget. Are we looking at more cuts? And is this going to just get people angry again about the city's inability to balance its budget unless it does big cuts?
Well, it's certainly going to confuse the public, right? Because this week we've seen him basically cancel a bunch of cuts, but then next week we're going to see him roll out more cuts. And then the question becomes, how much money do we exactly have to play with, Mr. Mayor? Are you perhaps overestimating the cost of the crisis? So this becomes a difficult narrative for the mayor.
The truth of the matter is that there are people and I love so many members of the city council. They're close friends of mine, but they couldn't care less about balancing the budget. They want to make sure that their districts have what they need. And if it means universal health care, universal housing, universal everything for all the migrants that are here, for everybody, they'll vote for it. Without a doubt, because
how are they going to pay for it?
But they don't. That's the issue. When your election is based on a closed primary, where 98% of the time you win in the summertime, you don't really have a general election, and you have to appease a few hundred people. Literally, Marcia, we're talking about some people win with just 500 votes. You don't have a lot of people to answer for. Now, the mayor has to go out there to the whole city and say, hey, listen, I need your support on this, and he really has to manage the budget. But when you're a council member and you have to win a closed primary so that you can win your seat, the idea of tax cuts, the idea of budget balances, it's not something that is going to be at the forefront.
But bottom line, there's a $7 billion budget gap.
And that's what that's not
that. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. All the financial experts say there's going to be a $7 billion gap. I don't know whether the council agrees with that. They think there's at least $1 billion more in tax revenues, but still we have the elimination of COVID funds that's running out, very, very generous labor contracts, and a whole bunch of other things that cause more bleeding in the budget. And there is the cost of migrants. So what's he going to do? I mean, he's cutting back on the cost of migrants and the money he's spending by throwing them out on the street. Is that a popular plan as well? I mean, putting this, the 30-day and 60-day rules. I mean, what's he going to do?
I mean, the big question mark is how much money is the state going to give him?
Good point.
And, I asked the mayor that. I said, are you making these cuts because you've had conversations with Governor Hochul and she's given you some assurances that she's going to come through on migrant funding? And he wouldn't say that, but of course the mayor's not going to reveal that. But, he's talked about it with a lot of confidence. He says he believes that the governor understands the severity of this crisis when he was in Albany this week.
But she's got a budget gap too.
That's correct.
And she didn't mention it in the State of the State. There was no discussion about
that's the other question I have. She just gave a State of the State speech where she mentioned the term migrants once, and it was just to say, I'm going to deal with it next week.
Yeah.
So we don't know what she's going to do, and there's no guarantee that she's going to come up with money to help the mayor with his budget crisis.
For all those reasons, Marcia, that's why I'm trying to make sure that viewers understand the mayor's in a terrible position because the people that are responsible for the crisis, the people that are responsible for supporting New York City are looking the other way, are doing very little, and are not even meeting with the mayor. And I think that is incredibly unfair. It's unfair to the mayor. It's unfair to us here in New York City because the money has to come from somewhere. And guess where it's going to come from? The schools, and our libraries, and our social services that we have here. And then the interesting thing about
those are unpopular.
All of those are unpopular cuts. This whole thing is unpopular. That's what I'm explaining here. The mayor has such a tough job. It's incredible to me that the president of the United States doesn't say New York City is experiencing a crisis. I'm going to be there to help New York City because this is not their fault. This is the federal government's inaction.
So here's another problem. Another thing that the governor did not mention was mayoral control of the schools, which turns out is under great attack now from some members of the community. What do you think about that?
I think that the mayor is on thin ice there. There are legislators that are unhappy with the fact that the mayor has been kind of slow walking this class size law. And it is a law that the city is mandated to reduce class sizes. Now, for the mayor, it's a very expensive proposition.
Might have to build more schools.
Exactly. So you can see why he's slow walking that. But they're not happy with that, and they hold the cards when it comes to mayoral control. So that will be something very interesting to watch.
JC is ready to
This
explode.
is crazy to me, Marcia. Elizabeth, listen to what you're saying. This is crazy. You're telling me that you want to reduce class sizes. We have thousands of migrants and their children that are right now in our classrooms that weren't there before.
And we weren't planning on it.
And we weren't planning on it. We need to have more mental health counselors. We need to have more bilingual educators. We need to have more certified bilingual educators. We need more classrooms. My goodness. And no one wants to help. And now you're telling me that you want to reduce class size? On what planet do these folks live in? I'll tell you what planet. It's the planet where you win closed primary elections and all you have to appease is a small rabid partisan group in your district, because those are the folks that come out and vote on those primary days. And as long as they're happy, you will say things like, you better make sure that those class sizes are on point. You better not cut any services. You better make room for migrants, because those primary voters, that's all they want to hear. So the mayor and the governor have a very different situation. They have to deal with a large swath of New Yorkers. And quite frankly, I think it's time for these folks in these districts to start realizing that they have a fiduciary duty to New York, to start thinking along the lines of what it means to not support this mayor and support the situation that we're dealing with.
You know who wants smaller class sizes, though? Public school parents.
Of course.
You know, that's what they want for their children.
I agree. I was a teacher for 23 years, I agree.
We're going to have to leave it right there for now because we're out of time, but we'll be right back.